Dear nursing graduates of 2021, the most important thing that I have learned from my students in this past year has been that the healthcare environment is going to be left in such great hands. I know this because of the determination, ambition, and resilience that you have all shown in your nursing education over the past 2 years in dealing with COVID and its uncertainty. I wish you such success in your upcoming careers, and I cannot wait to see the wonderful things that you will do.
The most important thing I've learned from my nursing students this year is to take things one day at a time and to never give up. You have all finished your nursing degrees at a very pivotal time for the nursing profession, and through it all, you have worked so hard, you've remained committed to your learning, and you've shown leadership in your practice. A very big congratulations to the class of 2021.
The most important thing I learned from students this year is that we are graduating a class full of advocates. Student nurses who were willing to advocate for themselves, for their health and safety, for their patients, for their community. This is important to me because our future, our healthcare system, needs advocates like you.
Congratulations to our class of 2021 graduates. What a year you've had, and what an exciting time to be entering the field of nursing. Something you've taught me this year is just because I may be one of the oldest people in the Zoom call, I'm not necessarily more experienced than our students. Some of you are dealing with a lot more issues and challenges exasperated by the pandemic than I could imagine. And here you are, you did it. Your resilience, adaptability, and patience is admirable. Good luck and best wishes.
I think the most important thing I learned from my students this year was not to underestimate the value of connection. And moving forward, I'm going to work hard to find more ways and better ways for us all to be and feel more connected to each other. Congratulations.
I learned from my students how flexible and adaptable we can be, and that there are multiple ways of learning, and faced with uncertain times, we can be resilient and find a way to get through together.
The most important thing I learned from my students this year is to press forward even when life gets hard. Classes of 2021, you did it. You have proven yourself to be resilient and not let anything stand in your way. Thank you for your example of grit, determination, and courage. I wish all of you the very best on your nursing journey.
Watching my students present in online environments and learning to present online myself, I've just really seen how good they are at giving clear, succinct messages to tell complicated stories in very short and simple ways. I look forward to continuing to learn how to sometimes say a little bit less to say a little bit more.
What I have learned most from my students this year is their unwavering dedication and commitment to becoming good professional nurses. Despite all the challenges that the pandemic posed this year, they were ever present and ever engaged. I wish you all the best in your future careers, and it's been wonderful being part of your educational journey.
What is something that I've learned from my students this year? Well, first thing, you gotta call them future colleagues. And typically I'd say patience, but this year's been a little bit different. I think from them I've learned what true dedication to the profession of nursing means. And that can only be seen during something as unfortunate as a pandemic. It's been a challenge, and I'm very grateful I was able to learn this with all you amazing graduates this year. So thank you.
Bonjour, hello. My name is Victoria Smyth, and I'm faculty and the director of the School of Nursing. The most important thing that I learned from students this year is about courage and tenacity. For example, because of and despite the COVID pandemic, this year you went beyond the call of duty in your placements in the vaccination clinics and work with underserved populations. I mean, in every way, you really did step up to the plate. Congratulations, class of 2021, and welcome to the nursing profession. You really are awesome.
January of 2017, I got accepted into the nursing program at Western University. However, to my own discretion, 18-year-old me never actually checked her personal email, meaning I didn't realize I was accepted until 2 months later in late March. Now, 4 years later, I'm here with my co-valedictorian, Manal, and the rest of the class of 2021, completing a degree that seemed like a lifetime away when we first enrolled. It feels surreal to think of how far we've come as a graduating class. From the fear of being too rude while waking up our patients, to finally taking on some of the most difficult patient assignments during our IP and managing a full patient load. We've grown so much, not only as nurses, but as individuals. Please take some time today to reflect on how much you've progressed in only a matter of a few years.
Now, throughout this speech, you may notice that a slideshow will begin with a series of photos submitted by nursing students in our graduating class. Ryan and I collected these photos from our peers, and rather than boring you with our faces over Zoom, we hope that you're able to reminisce and enjoy these photos taken over the years from our graduating classmates.
So Manal and I wanted to start off by just taking a moment to extend our thanks to a few key figures who definitely shaped our collective experience as Western nursing graduates. To begin, Michelle Wagler. Thank you for playing a huge role in the CTF student experience and always providing much needed support and advice for students. Likewise, Denise Letson, you were always our go-to person for all things placement and academics. Thank you for always finding a way to support and guide students throughout the past 4 years. Now, we all know that you haven't gone on vacation since COVID started, but we're hoping that you'll be able to get back to your yearly trips to Mexico in a couple of months. You definitely deserve the break. To our lab instructors, thank you for always believing in us, because regardless of how much we did it ourselves, you always knew that we were capable of getting that 95% on our medication math tests. We don't think that any other program on campus can ever say that their test averages were that high. To our health promotion professors, thank you for always teaching us how to be caring and compassionate unconditionally. And to our health informatics professors, thank you for teaching us that regardless of how caring and compassionate we are, there's probably still a robot out there that can do it better than us. To our clinical placement instructors, thank you for putting up with us during those long 12-hour shifts. And to my classmates, thank you for the lifelong friendships that we've been able to form over the past 4 years. Nothing says friendship more than working together to change an adult brief during clinicals. As well, to those that we didn't mention, but played a role in shaping our nursing experience, thank you for always encouraging us to reach for the stars and strive to become a better version of ourselves. I can say with confidence that the knowledge and skills that each of you have passed down to us has set us all up for success, and I can't wait to see what the future of the profession holds now that so many phenomenal Western nursing grads are entering the field.
When pondering over what I wanted to say in this speech, I speculated what it truly means to be a nurse and why I am passionate about this career. As a nursing student, I would say that we all have at least one remarkable experience that you cherish throughout your journey from student to professional nurse. For me, that was the day I decided to pursue a career in nursing. Like many of my classmates in CTF, I had completed a previous degree. For me, that was a 4-year bachelor's in medical sciences here at Western. After completing my degree, like most postgrads, I was feeling extremely lost and had no idea what the next few years would look like for me, let alone what career I would be pursuing. I knew that I wanted to work in the medical field. The human body had always fascinated me, and in undergrad, my favorite class was anatomy. I had heard about the CTF nursing program from a friend once, very briefly. So, one crispy autumn day back in October of 2018, I decided to trek all the way to the new nursing building on campus and speak with Michelle Wagler about the CTF nursing program. And yes, I also wanted to see this fancy new building on campus. I still remember that conversation with Michelle so vividly. People or petri dishes, Michelle had asked me when I had told her about my plans of either pursuing a research-based master's or pursuing nursing. The answer to that question was easy for me. So I would like to take a moment to thank Michelle for that conversation that day. I truly believe that my conversation with you inspired me to pursue nursing. I was able to reflect on what I enjoyed in life, and that was easy. I've always wanted to work with people, caring for them in the best way that I know how. I find genuine happiness in helping others reach their goals, and there's nothing that I value more in life than being a kind and caring individual who can make a positive influence in the lives of others. I've now realized that I didn't want my nursing career to simply be a job for me, but rather a career that I'm passionate about and look forward to every day.
Now, we know that this year has been quite unconventional, but if anything, our experiences in this program have taught us so much about ourselves and what it means to be a nurse. Here are a few things that I've learned that I wanted to highlight. Firstly, it's okay not to be the best nurse. Being the best often involves luck and factors completely out of your control. In fact, the less you focus on being the best nurse, the more likely it will actually happen. And if it doesn't, there's absolutely nothing wrong with being a solid nurse. Rather than focus on being the best, focus on improving yourself throughout the process because you'll have a more fulfilling career that way. Nursing is not a competition with everyone around you. It's a journey of growth and development. Secondly, some of your worst days probably lie ahead. Although graduation is a happy time, nursing is a tough career. And after speaking to many of my peers in AY4 who have already jumped right into the nursing career, I hate to admit it, but being a new grad is not easy. Be prepared to work through those difficult shifts and don't be afraid to ask for help when needed. Soon you'll be the one mentoring a new grad on the floor, but until then, just keep pushing through it. You've got this. And lastly, have patience, but also be practical. Typically, valedictorians are supposed to tell you to reach for the top and strive to save the world, but quite frankly, that's unrealistic. I'm going to lower the bar a bit here. Don't try to save the world. Just try not to make it worse. Each of you are smart enough to be a nurse. If you weren't, you wouldn't be here today. But as a new grad, the world is not asking you to be smart enough to cure COVID. It's just asking you not to be dumb enough to spread it. Knowledge will come with time and experience in the field. Just be patient. Nursing is a career that teaches you something every single day, and as you continue on your lifelong journey of learning, always remember to believe in yourself, to never stop questioning current practice, and to always dig deeper.
Now, to this incredible group of individuals, we get to call our classmates, fellow RNs, and most importantly, friends for life. So many of our peers have made this nursing journey an incredible experience. When we think of the term community, we think of Western's nursing graduating class of 2021. We think about the sense of community built through a group of students who openly shared their micronotes to complete strangers during exam season. In fact, this is how I met Ryan. We think about a group of resilient students who overcame so many unexpected challenges, from online schooling to having to return to campus midsummer to finish their placement hours. And most prominently, we think of the families we've gained, made up of so many individuals who would not have made this experience and brought us to where we are today. We would love to personally thank each of you. However, the reality is that we don't know each and every one of you personally, but that doesn't make us complete strangers. Maybe we only sat next to each other for a few hours in a pathology lecture, or maybe we walked past each other once in a hallway and only shared a smile but never spoke. Regardless, our paths have crossed, and you have all collectively made a positive impact on our nursing student experience. So congratulations to the Western Fanshawe and CTF Class 2021. Ryan and I are both so glad that we got the chance to share this experience with you over the past few years. We wish you all the best of luck in whatever your future may hold and the nursing avenues you take. Thank you.